Hello everyone, my name is Amit Nath, and to introduce myself, I had been a marketer, I had been a serial entrepreneur now, and in my pastimes and one of my passion is also to coach people on copywriting and content writing as well. On the other side, I had been more known as a lead generation cypher, and of course, the things that I do which excites me maximum is called as sales closure expertise. Yes, I have been working with a lot of brands, proprietors, MNCs, NGOs, associations, and societies, and various individual business processes and people from different domains. And I just calculated I had been working with more than 19 different agencies, I can say industry types, in fact. When I say 19, yes, one part was more into politics as well, which I didn't want to include in that, in fact. So great. Just to start off with, what I have to talk to you right now is, I'm sure you have seen some of the informations that I laid out earlier, and this is something which is gonna be, you have to stick onto your chairs right now. So the first question is, why are you gonna be here? Okay. And I think for this, the answer is already ready because I can definitely map your expectations. So without any further ado, let me just go back and answer you some of the questions. Reason one, why you are here, you are talking to me because you are looking at one of the best possible, probably an options or an opportunity to enhance your businesses and definitely your sales. If I have nailed it correctly, and everyone would be interested in that part of it. And I'm sure with that you are looking at a smarter solution. Yeah. And you want to cut your cost? Obviously, yes. You want to be more productive and efficient? Who doesn't want it? And definitely you want to reduce the load on not only yourself but also the team and help them with a great environment to support the organization growth. So if I have understood you correctly, then let me go ahead and tell you what I have, the secret sauce for the entire audience. A typical case study, I'll give you an example. Let's put it this way. How many sales team is there in an ordinary or any kind of I can say an organization or a showroom? Typically it starts from 1 to 10 to 20, it depends upon the kind of organizations, right? And what do these people generally do? Well, I'll tell you what they do, but basically this is what I have as a point blank answer. They do just follow up. And if you see what are the kind of cost is required for keeping this entire team, you need a salary, uniform, working cubicles, air conditioning, fan, light, computer, internet, phone, software, training, and you need a management team to talk about all these people. Definitely they work on bonus and incentive. Who doesn't work, right? And definitely you have got bills and bills and bills called as reimbursements and hospitality and investments and all those things. Apart from that, you definitely, when you're managing such a huge amount of people, if you are an organization having more than 20 plus people, you need to have provident fund, paid leave and insurance and blah 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 stuff. On the right side of this entire screen is something that is gonna be going out of your pocket every damn second. Not days, not months. Think over. You are paying for this. And what do these people do is basically follow up. Yeah, just follow up. Because the client who is going to come into you, they already are interested in a product. They already know about stuff, right? So what these people are doing is just finding out when, what, and how many times, and they're just trying to close. I remember I had been a kind of a closer myself. I had been doing this from years now. So can you ask some of your sales team to do this following? I want to just hear out what your answers. So quickly tell me, can you respond to all your clients? Can you respond with less than 3 to 5 seconds? I mean, just take the phone and start talking to them, right? Yeah, this is something which has been done by many of the organizations, in fact. But the next question is, are you there for 24/7? The team to work without any bonus and incentive? I don't think so. There is anybody who works without an appreciation, probably, or as a bonus or an incentive. Now, looking into all these processes, your efficiency to be accounted on your lead maturation or ready to close. Okay. At any given point of time, you must know if your prospect is deciding, planning to buy. Can you score your prospects? Now this is something which is a direct question to the sales team, because every damn day these people are going to say, we have been waiting for him, we're just following it up and he's just pushing it, today is not the right day, check's not ready, he's going to decide later and he's going to get back to me later, and no one exactly knows the right decision timing. So what happens is you keep on following up simultaneously with your existing clients. Yeah. So there are two fears, in fact, when you don't follow up, because you have a following up, a scarcity of your competition might take over your people or your prospects, because you have spent a huge amount of money on marketing this entire thing, right? Think over. Right. So let's go ahead. So what's your obvious answer? I'm sure it will be definitely a big no. None of us, because no one can work continuously for 24/7. It's impossible. We need to have a break. You cannot decide on everything, right? And no one would probably, just let me go back to this point, is can you handle any number of customers at any given point of time? No, impossible, right? So that's why we talk in a different language, right? So let's talk business, and welcome to the world of smart E2B. Now E2B is something which I call it as enhanced engagement for business, right? So basically, if you see what I usually communicate in most of my communication portals there are 4 stages of businesses, 4 stages of business communication, in fact. So let us go dig down deeper. The first stage is getting the clients, right? I'm sure you are always looking into that. Second thing is keep them coming to you as repeats and loyalty customers. Yeah, they need to come back to you again and again and again. That's how you roll up your business. And the third thing is, if you need to scale up, you need to go beyond, right, your existing, you need to sell either in volume or upgrade your customers. And the last part is the most interesting part, is when people are already your clients and they are loyal to you and they have been upgraded to a lot of stuff. The next thing what you do is you help them, or rather we say it's a vice versa, you help each other to grow your business, grow your loyalty. How? Through referring and new customer acquisition. So what is the most important part, if you see, is getting the customer. Am I right? Now this is where the entire thing just stuck in. I'm sure every damn agency, marketing agency, creative agency, or every person is working on this one factor, is how do you get the attention? And attention is right now the currency, right? Getting the first customer. I'm sure you have done a lot of study in that. So what happens? Now, what is it basically, if you see, how do I get a client? How do I get a customer? Now, this is the kind of a thing that, majority of agencies would go to only one step. And I'm going to talk to you about each one in a little bit of details. So the prospect to the client's journey is like this. It starts with lead generation. Now, lead generation are of various types. So the first one is online. When you think of online, what happens is we have got some third-party agencies like Google or affiliate or all this stuff. We can have Bing, Google, and other things who are doing programmatic or banner ads, search ads, and various other things. Then we have got social media, right? So in social media, I'm sure you have heard of this definite names which are booming right now in the industry, called as Facebook, Insta, Twitter, etc. Then we have the offlines. Now in offline, usually it was supposed to be as events and as visuals, and then it started with your above the line and below the line with radio, TV, print, and various other things of engagements. Okay, I'm not going into that kind of detail of offline. Let's tell you the difference between the online and the digital part. In digital, usually people will refer with email, SMS, WhatsApp, and various other augmented stuff which is happening through digital. Now this is so far called as the lead generation protocol. Almost all agencies, all marketeers are amazingly wonderful in designing and articulating and stuff. They are very good in bidding, they are very good in positioning, very good in creative, and blah 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 blah. Fine. These are all attention grabbing institutes. What you're going to do basically here is you are just praying and praying. So this is an amazing word, spray and pray. Spray the advertisement and wait for someone to look at your ads, call you back, or send a mail back to you, or do some sort of an activation, probably scan a QR code, or probably send an SMS back, or any other bullshit. But basically what is happening is you are just trying to grab the attention, right? But the game is not here, right? So in digital also we have got something called as affiliates, which is an amazing thing where people sell your products in exchange of a commercials or a commission kind of things. And the third thing is called a referral. Now this is something where I'm going to absolutely go numb, because referral is something which is an individual's identity. There are forced referral, there are, I call it as intentional referrals, and there is something called as self referrals. So I call it as direct and paid. These are the only two things. Either you refer from your own self or you get paid to refer, right? A lot of agencies are doing this kind of stuff as well, getting people to refer. Then they come into all scam. Like for example, you get an item free if you refer to 4 people, or 10 WhatsApp group, or in your Facebook community or Twitter community, and all this crap. Ultimately what's happening is it comes as a hoax and your brand is at stake. I'm talking about something which is usually not done by agency. This is called as lead nurturing and lead closure. Now it is not about just a tool, it is about how to use the tool, right? We'll talk about that in little bit details. Now what we have to propose is not something that is here. It's a wrong question for us, because it's definitely a wrong question. Now probably the question should be, do you want a system which will be taking the pain to respond to all your prospects at all time of day and night, 24/7, whether it is a cyclone or a tsunami or any damn thing, it just replies back to you? Or there is someone who reply back. He doesn't take a leave, he doesn't take an increment, he doesn't take a bonus and excuses. Wow, that's God. I'm sure, right? You would love to have such kind of people. Yeah, that's human intentions. So do you want to be at that point of discussion where just the idea has of to opt your services and products is apt for the prospects, and you know every damn situation, like how the prospect is going to be looking at your services and products, and you know what the question is going to be, and you respond according to it? I am not talking about an amazing artificial system. No. I'm talking about exactly your sales team processes, or your sales process, or your business client acquisition processes, because you have designed this so long and you have been doing so far. Why not we do it in a different way? Now I've got another kind of a question is, do you want someone to respond only to the question asked and take the customers from prospect to a client phase, to engage, take feedbacks, to help him in the after sales, generate referrals? I'm talking about the entire 4 process of brand prosperity or business prosperity. Do you think this shall help more accurate deal closures? Yes, we are talking now. So we are already said that we know your answer, right? So this is where we come from. I'll give you a second scenario. Excuse me. Sorry. The second scenario is a call center in a business, right? Typically a call center, how does it work? Okay, when it's a call center, it might be in fact you as well, if you are handling the calls by your own self, because at the end of the day you are only have 2 things. I'll tell you what. So in a digital or an online lead campaigns, you majorly have 2 things. These are called as email ID or a phone number, probably an address sometimes. But what is your intention is to fill up this entire thing. You need name, you need billing address, you need the card number, and blah 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 stuff. I don't care a damn from the first time if you come to me and ask for my card. I will not give you. Not only me, but any one person, unless and until I know what you want to do, right? So typically in a call center system, it happens the same way. Now you have only email ID and phone. So the lady or the gentleman calls up the phone and says, hello sir. Now what's happening is, you are in your flow of work, in your train of thoughts, and I say as an interruption, I'm calling for X company, and I say, sorry, I'm busy, I'll get back to you later, and the later doesn't happen, and your sales team does what? Following up, and following up, right? So this is the part. Now understand what happens to the person who is calling probably 100 of leads from morning till night. The first call, not time, next time, I don't want to talk to you right now, not for me, because you have only email ID and phone numbers. You have nothing else other than that. Now that gentleman or the lady on the call center part is doing around 100 or 150 calls or 200 calls, I don't know, but understand she will get a definitely maximum 99% no. And whoever is saying, yeah, tell me more, either he has no other job, or he's free, or else you nailed it, might be an accident. But that is something which I call it as telepathy. Telepathy means all of a sudden you get a call and you said, okay, wow, I need this job, I need this product, I need this service. Okay, what is the card things you want? You want to do online payment? I'm going to do online payment for you. Okay, give me that stuff, and you pay it without negotiation. You buy the product or services, and voila. I'm sorry, sir, this does not happen. It doesn't happen. Will you do the same thing if I tell you? No, not even a single $1 you're going to get out from your pocket. So your major exceptions, if we zero down, would be what? So from this call center thing also, what basically you need is, one is appointment. Now appointment might be you want to talk to me, or I want to get back to you, or I want you to come to my store, or you want to book a service, or whatever. It's all appointment. So this is what I zero down to, is only three things: is appointment, then sales to sell, a kind of a sales card. You want to book stuff, sorry. You want to pay some amount as an advance. So basically all the commercial advance and stuff, or buying and all these things, comes to a sales card. And the last thing is, wow, you are happy, you want to share it on the social media or refer somebody. These are the only three things. So typically, if you see, the call center support system is just fetching an appointment, or just trying to get a deal to talk to somebody, or just book a stuff. Am I right? Or help you to refer and earn. I don't know if there is any fourth or fifth or sixth part is there, but definitely almost maximum time everything boils down to these three things. I have taken 17 long years to study this entire mechanism, and I'm talking to you in a kind of a zip method and trying to figure out how it works for you. Just think, yep, this is a time where you should really think on. So now I'll just tell you how the things works and what are the stuff that I have to talk to you about, a high level kind of a business communication method which works continuously for 24/7, and not only that, it definitely scores you as well. Now before going into the demo, I'll just tell you a kind of a quick very stuff to how to work with this is, let's say your sales process has got 10 things, right? And we want to score all these 10 things as 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Now the first thing might be opening a mail, give a rank 1 or 1 by 10. Coming to a landing page or your website, point number 2. Opening something out, great, point number 3. Filling a form, point number 4. Download a PDF, point number 5. Participate in some contest or blah blah, anything. So you see there is a kind of a gradual maturity happening with the client, because he knows everything slowly, and out of probably 9 out of 10 when he reaches, he has known every damn thing of your sales process. He knows your company, he has downloaded forms, he has participated in the contest, he has read stuff, and he is there waiting. Why don't you give a deal or a kind of an amazing scheme or an offer and close the deal, right? Now this is a part of the things that you can do. So I'll just quickly take you through how the entire thing looks like at the back end, and so you understand what all things we can do for you. Okay. So typically this is a kind of a sample that I've designed it for one of the dealers of Mercedes-Benz, and they have this kind of a structure. This is a very simple structure that I'm showing you. So typically all your entire, I call it the online circus or digital circus or the marketing circus, lands into a landing page. Okay, so I'll teach you how exactly the things works in. So this landing page is without any bounces, because you have got only one purpose, and I'll show you this. So this is how the entire page looks like, let's say. Okay, and if you see, the entire purpose is only one, and it says get me a test drive. That's it. That's a test drive, right? So there is no distractions, no call centers numbers and all those things, even though I have put a number, but basically it's a kind of a number that they wanted to do it. Okay, fine, great, but basically it is all about test drive. So if customer is clicking this area, what happens is it's going to an appointment scheduling system. Test drive is what? It is an appointment, right? And in that appointment scheduling system, he is booking his own favorite convenience slots, not you following it up, right? And this is where the trick happens. Rather than you pushing a customer, following up, sir, when are you free? What am I going to get to you? Now this is what happens is you wait, because customer fills up their own respective time. And not only that, we get back to you on every moment. So I will tell you how exactly the things entirely works. So I have a kind of a thing which is designed in Excel first. We design the entire communication level, the entire sales strategy, and the communication protocols, the content, and every damn thing with the process, and we get it approved, and then we go ahead. So typically this is how the Excel looks like. Sorry. Okay. Right. So this is the first part where I'm talking about only sales. The test drive. So if you see, I'm talking about the next visit is when, what are the new arrivals, and basically I'm engaging customer through an email-based platform. So once he has seen some advertisements of that particular model, right? So what happens after next is he comes to this landing page and he just fills up a form and then starts the email gateway system. But this email is not just I'm pushing anything. This is not promotional emails, but these are transactional and informative share it doesn't go with a kind of a very communicate. I'll show you how the entire email sequences is designed. But the ideation for this is these are all systems which is actually helping you to generate the first appointment for test drive. So if you look at it, consult at home, bring on a test drive, appointment scheduler, download a brochure. Now you can download a brochure right now here, and there is no one there, and human interface, everything is done online, and he can get the entire download in less than 3 seconds. It can start the download. You can call an expert. So we can have a kind of a tool where we call it as a click to call facility. You click the number, you put your phone number, and automatically the client gets a call directly live. I can come and evaluate our existing car because we have something called as second-hand cars as well, merchandise and blah blah. So I'm not going into the details of it. We take a lot of time to design this entire thing, and that's what it's cost about. Not only that, we have got reminders as an SMS. Like for example, if you book an appointment, we have reminder 1, 2, 3 going in all together. Now this is what I'm showing you in Excel first. So what happens is this entire part is till the time when the person is into the test drive phase. Now once he's taken the test drive, understand what happens is I have got informations of what are the things that you should ask, what are the points you must check during the test drive, what are your choices, and did you know about the finances. So basically I am putting a high level of engagement with him, right? This is what happens here. And not only that, again the SMS goes back with a reminder of the next visit, because many times we find out that people are a little shy to go with a second level of a test drive, a third level of a test drive. Now you can think in your product and your services how it works in. Okay. Now this is something which is like at the test drive level. Once the test drive is done, what we are doing is we are trying to push the person to buy or book that particular model, and we're sharing it anything. So once he has booked it, we have a thank you mail, we have a PDF of the estimate, and this is for Rajashri Motors, which is Mercedes-Benz franchisee, authorized dealer, sorry, and we talk about all the other things, right? Best deal in town and all those things. So he just buys the entire thing, and you see we have got automatic mails which is going from welcome to Star Family, big day, PDF, and all these things. So you see there's a series of email sequences and SMS sequences are set according to the phase of that customer. And this is a kind of a thing. What I want to talk to you is there is a duration for every damn thing which has been set here, because these are manually been set. So the first mail to the second mail, second to the third mail, or if it is a waiting time, how much duration. Now this is what I'm going to show you here, right? So here typically you design this landing page where all your leads comes in and starts the things. Now this is your self pipeline, we call it as. So in the sales pipeline thing, okay, so I think this a little slow here. So in the sales pipeline thing, what happens is you have a sequence of communication which has been set here. Okay, and these communication sequences are based on your sales processes only, right? So let me just dig down deeper how it works. Now this is how it starts, and I have got test drive 1 mail, right? So this is how the test drive 1 mail looks like. So let it open up, and I'll show you how the landing page has been designed. It is completely, if you see, this is completely a responsive structure. You can design the way you want, you can change the background and stuff, and this all things is designed by us. We completely take over this entire thing, okay? And we try to see it in a function that we don't have any bugs here, or a zero bounce as we call it as. Now this is typically a mail which goes to the client, okay? It might say the new E-Class is sophisticated, blah blah, and all those things, and ultimately we have a test drive. But understand the purpose for this entire thing is we have one communication which looks like a kind of a small website. Okay, in this website we have a global thing, like for example I can have 1 link here, 2 link here, 3 link here, and each one sets into different positions, and each position is something that we have it here, we can create multiple campaigns. Now I have something for the test drive, I can create something for probably certified cars, which is second-hand cars, and accordingly in your industry we can design these multiple campaigns, right? So how does it work? In little bit depth. Now this is how, as I said, the email has been designed. So now after the email, now we have a waiting period. Now this is something what is very particular. Now we can run it on a weekday, weekend, you can wait for one day, whatever. This is something which is according to us, we design it. Okay. Now you have a second option for the video based kind of an emailer system here is, rather than you talking or a salesman talking to you, we have a complete video setup which can be recorded, pre-recorded, and let's say they have a comparison statement from AutoCAD, or might be somebody who is designing stuff, and this is a direct link that can be shared here. He can click here and see the entire video live in his mailing system, right? Yes, we can show that, and we can talk about the other things. Now they have an amazing lounge where you can enjoy your coffee and stuff, and basically you can shop collections, all of the things. Now this is another part which I want to show you. Like, we can create series of emails like this, and you can create an appointment. Now this is an appointment scheduling form, right? So the appointment is set here, and we have got test drive appointment there, Mr. Matthew, and blah blah. We can talk about a lot of stuff, and it's given to, let's say, me. I can set up the dates and time and every damn thing here. So this is one part of it, okay? And the sequencing gets over like this. So task is completed. Now after it's completed, might be the second part, which is into the booking part or sending an estimate. I can create one more page like this, okay? And next we have this purchase statement. But understand, we can create from purchase to after sales. That means once the car has been bought over, now we can send reminders 1, 2, 3, 4 like that for the first servicing, second servicing, third servicing, and now we can send feedback, we can send flaunt your stuff. Now this is something I was talking about. You can refer or you can share. Now this is about the share into social areas, right? Sorry. So overall, if you see, this is the entire thing can be done, not just lead generation to lead nurturing, but from lead nurturing to a complete lead processes. Yes. This is something which is quite a detailed stuff, because everyone goes with a series of communication, series of mails, series of creatives, videos, and we compile this all together, and it's only one time, right? It's only one time. Now understand what the sales team is doing is they are doing the same damn thing, right? But here we condition it such a way that only when the first information is read and he is looking at it. Now this is what happens is, like for example, if you click in here, only there is a trigger happening, and then only the second mail is going up, right? So let's say if you are clicking and opening up this video based kind of an email, and I have given you a couple of action points here. It is more than 1 or 2 or 3 different kind of click to action buttons, and each button is basically targeting you, positioning you on your thought process. Like now you say, okay, I don't want this car, do you have something other car? So yes, check the other cars. Okay, can I come and have a coffee there? I don't know, might be there. So we can have those kind of communication. You can learn more, right? So we design this entire thing in that articulation right now. Not only that, I'll just probably take you back here is, okay, great. So this is one part of showing you like how easy it might look on the front, but definitely it involves a lot of strategy designing stuff, a lot of content based kind of stuff, where you can progressively take people to nurture these leads. Well, so that was a kind of a small demo, but understand this is a huge thing we can do along with it. We can take push notifications, we can take analytics, we can do probably, I'll say, those kind of things which probably normal people at any given point of time wouldn't have that kind of a speed or efficiency to do that. So how do we do it? Well, we design the content, we design the synchronizations, we follow up till the set duration. Now usually the duration is around 2 months to 100 days, and that's what we do usually. We recommend that, but as per our suggestion also is, if the company is really looking forward, we can design a 1 year to a 2 year kind of a sequencing as well. Depends, right? And we follow completely your business processes, communications, right? So our action points, so we basically meet 4 times if everything goes good. So in the first meeting, we understand your business processes and the scope of the entire E2B implementation. We get all your data dump to create the content. So you share us all the content, communications, and all those things, whatever is there with you. Or if you want us to create, we come down and we create that absolutely fresh on a different cost to cost or a project to project basis. Or we can work with your team as well. We are open to that. So we get back in a week's time to set the scope and the complexity of the process with our clear plan to action or plan of actions with approximate dates. So everything goes under your nose. You are the approval committee. You are the person who has already seen us growing this, and you recommend us, okay, this is going to be there. We also share our advice from our expertise of what has happened online. So the meeting two basically is we align our understanding with the business processes and present in Excel or a PPT first. Necessary changes are understood and a date is fixed on the process. Also, the third-party software like appointment scheduling, SMS gateway, call routing, etc. If needed, we can suggest the best prevailing standards and the costing as well. Okay. So coming to the second part is meeting 3 is basically once these are all set, we share the entire content flow with the necessary changes and we align, because E2B system is something when we park this, the bill starts there. We also do a kind of prior testing to the entire quality control. The efficiency of the process is something we check it out and we find out now this is the ideal number of processes, ideal number of complexities, and we try to enhance those kind of communication. We do a lot of A/B testings and many other testings which goes behind this, and we keep on doing it every damn month. Okay, so our detailed points as inputs are shared from our end as well. So the meeting 4 is the final handover and the maintenance contract starts on this day, because this is the day where we just plug the entire thing and the machine is ready to roll and roll over. So usually the maximum time for reaching this stage is 2 months so far, but yes, if it is very complex, it might take a little bit more time as well. So we know you might have more questions, so this is open to you. You can reach us at my phone number, and between 12 noon to 4 p.m. on any of the weekends, always drop a message. I'm all here to help you out. So thank you so much. Signing off, this is Amit, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.